my name is Carla, and I'm here to tell you about a journey that began 1 year ago on this very stage. When I was asked to speak at last year's TEDxMidAtlantic conference, I was really asking questions. Questions like, what is the relevance of classical music in today's society? And what does it mean to be an artist? And how can we be of service to our communities? But there's one question in particular that's been challenging me most of my life. It's a question I have struggled with. It's a simple question, and one that I'm asked almost every day. Where are you from? Well, my father is Bulgarian. My mother is Mexican. I was born in Michigan. I spent most of my life as a child traveling back and forth between the US and Mexico, and as an adult, traveling all over singing opera. So when it comes to defining my identity, I've checked the other box. Well, doing so made me feel actually like I didn't belong in any box. It made me feel like an alien, and that was not a good feeling, because I think it's human nature to want to belong. So it was on this stage that I asked the question, who else is checking this other box? I figured there's got to be more than just me, right? Well, I soon realized there are many of us. In fact, according to the US Census Bureau, by the year 2043, our country will be shifting to a minority-majority nation. Already in many parts of this country, we're seeing, particularly in schools, that the minority is the majority. And so I started to think about this on a broader level, on a human level, and I thought, well, there's got to be a box where I belong. And in fact, I realized there is. It's the all box. We all belong in the all box. Thanks to the TED community, I realized the importance of this issue, particularly in a time like right now, when cultural divisions and tensions are hurting our society so much. This is why I decided to use my voice, both literally and figuratively, to try to help others on their journey from the other to the all. And so I started a not-for-profit. The Canales Project is named after my grandmother, who's been a source of wisdom for me since I was a child. But the word canales also means channels, or connections in Spanish. And I believe that if we start by connecting what we all have in common, it's much easier for us to have a dialogue about our differences with a greater sense of empathy. And so tonight, it's my pleasure to share with you a little bit about the Canales Project. It is our mission to give voice to issues of identity and culture through music and conversation. When I was asked to return here tonight to share with you a little bit about what my journey has been like the last year, I thought, well, there's no better way to do that than to introduce you to some of the amazing artists that we're having the chance to include in our programming. You see, I believe that artists can be more than just entertainers. I believe that we can be healers, we can be educators, and we can be advocates. And hopefully you will see that the artists that will be with us here at the TED Conference are just that. It's my pleasure now to introduce you to Tariq Al-Zabir. Tariq has been described as a musical mastermind by the Baltimore Examiner. He has such a unique way of blending many different genres, from pop to jazz, musical theater, and classical. We're living in a time right now when we have a surplus of artists and a deficit of the intrinsic values that artists bring to the table. Values such as discipline, creativity, imagination, and of course, compassion and empathy. I believe this can be our secret sauce. If we can find new ways to use artists to create social impact, we can actually find new opportunities to make the world a better place. And so it's my great pleasure to be launching this mission of the Canales Project to lead the journey from the other to the all, right here on this very stage where it all began. I'd like to thank the TEDxMidAtlantic community for giving me the opportunity to be here, and we hope that you will all be with us on every step of this journey. Thank you so much.